Well, hello, everyone. It's not quite ready to start the show. It's a little bit early. I know that I am early, and people get real upset if I start early. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Bill. Hello, Brett. He's gotten a sign that there's some serious spiritual power around India, and her people bear her mark and should be protected at all costs. That's an interesting point of view. I like it. You know what? We're going to go ahead and start. If it's a little early, it's a little early, but hey, that's just the way it is. I'm so excited to get on and start talking to you, start sharing with you. And here we go. Well, hello, everyone. I'm the Christian whistleblower, Jeffrey Daugherty, your friendly neighborhood Christian whistleblower. Welcome to the Gospel Truth program. And Lee Veltman is in the house since there's no blue avians. Nice to see you in the house, Lee, Amanda, Bill, Brett, Rhonda, many others pouring in, Shawnee, Momini, even as we talk and speak. Or Sean, I'm sorry. I had a girlfriend named Shawnee. I'm sorry. I know it's Sean. I remembered. But it's nice to see y'all here. I appreciate y'all being here. And I just wanted to say thank you. I don't know if you can see this. I got a nice box today from someone named Misty. I won't say her whole name because I don't know if she wants to know, but I got a nice box. I got my tarot cards in that box and some jewelry and stuff like that. It's a beautiful box. Very, very nice. Let me just show you the box. Come on, Jeff. Show us the box. Here's the box. Yeah, somebody sent me this box, and it's black and gold. It's very, very attractive, and you open it up, and boom, look at that. It's a great box. I really like it, and I appreciate her sending that. It was very nice. And it also included a very nice card. And it says, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you. Much love, peace, and harmony. From Misty. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Sometimes you don't get a lot of thank you, and sometimes, it's nice to get it. And here's another card I got today. Beautiful card. And by the way, these did have support in them too, so that makes it even more beautiful. Did I say that? And this one talks about PayPal, and then it says, I love your channel. I tell you, folks, I love your channel. Keep up the good work. Edna. Beautiful card. Thank you very much. Sometimes all you get is the chuckleheads and the idiots. It's nice to be nice. Absolutely, Davey. It is nice to be nice. But I got one I just have to share with you. It's funny. I have to share this with you. And here's a person that wrote me. Their name is Kellis, okay? And they wrote me, and they asked a question. They gave a pretty long dissertation, and I guess I responded back, interesting. And, every single message I get, I respond to personally. And I don't know how many YouTube channels you're subscribed to, but that's pretty rare. But I respond to every single email, and every single, what are those called? Message, comment. I respond to every single comment on every single video. But this person was a little upset. And it says, Jeff, regarding your video on praying and Psalm 23, instead of not praying, it seems that a creator God must exist, attempted to correlate a vision with all of my information available. All you could do is say one word and one only. Interesting. You could have interacted and discussed the line of thinking. You might have educated me with information. Instead, you chose to leave a comment that can only come across as a deliberate insult. I won't subject myself to being ambushed, and I won't participate with superior assholes. Please, some people suggest that you're that you're caring, and so much more. Yet it only took one post from you to see the truth. I'm neither stupid nor a blind follower, and I'm not your personal ladder to elevate yourself. Thank you for showing me your true self so quickly. Oh my. So they got a personal response, but it wasn't of sufficient word length to suit them. Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. So anyway, just a little idea of my day. But let's get on to some important stuff. There's a story on Coast to Coast AM today. And that story is talking about something that is taking place in the nation of India. Men flee village in India due to fears of female ghost. Now I'm going somewhere with this. Coast to Coast AM. George Norrie, love him. Been on the show many times. We'll be on it again soon. And I like the way they present news. A tiny village in India has been nearly abandoned as tales of a murderous female ghost have led all of the men to flee the community. It was a home to 60 families, and the village of Kasaguda has been gripped by a bizarre panic following the deaths of 3 men over the course of the last few months. It appears that their demise occurs under mysterious circumstances because stories have circulated that they fell victim to a female ghost that attacks only men. I thought this would be called the Babita ghost or the Lorena ghost, but no, it's called the Kasaguda ghost. But members of the small community have been leaving the village, fearing for their lives. It said the only remaining residents in the village are women. Imagine that. Who are seemingly worried about the spirit because they only venture outside their homes at night. Oh, that's why they're worried but if you're afraid of a ghost, why would you go out of your house only at night? Anyway, considering the hysteria which has swept through India about a haircutting ghost, now here's a man-hating spirit. Wow. It's quite telling that the female spirit causes the men to run away rather than join together to protect their community. How the wives of Kasaguda will respond to the husband's lack of chivalry remains to be seen, as they have yet to return to the village. So here's a ghost in India that is afflicting only men. Only men. I think that's very interesting. And I think, it's a silly story. It's a funny story. It's a goofy story, unless you happen to be a man in that village. Let's go ahead and take a little look into the chat room before I give you my breakdown on this. Lee's right. The blue avians do not care. That's because they're not real. Jen Fisher, Lee, I suspect that you are the blue avian because we've never seen Lee and the blue avians in the room at the same time. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a fact. Oh, that's funny. What the heck? And here I get all excited when I hear interesting because you cared enough to read my comment and thought about whatever it was I said. Yeah. See, this is a well-balanced, mature individual. Jokes that never get old. I didn't know about the blues, but now I do. Just say no to the blue. Hello, Spartan Gaming. A ghost. I've often caused the men to run away, and I'm not even a ghost. Someone call Bill Murray. Divide and conquer, destroy the family. Easy pickings again. Lee gets haunted by his exes. All your exes don't live in Texas? I have exes too, and I think I'm on good terms with mine finally after a long time. But I think this is emblematic of a more important issue, and I don't mean to make light of it, but for 2,000 years at least, and we're just talking about here in the Carson Palmer plays for the Cardinals. See, there is a tie between Veltman and the Birds. Absolutely. It's been proven now, folks. But anyway, we've had 2,000 years of hardcore masculine domination. And I understand that's been bad. I understand that's been wrong. I understand that has been a mistake and a horrible mistake. And I understand that ladies have been through, females have been through a whole lot of crap at the hands of this terrible, overtly masculine energy domination of the past 2 to 4 to 6,000 years. I understand that. I get it. And I agree with it. Hello, Sandra. I agree with it. It was wrong. It was bad. It was harmful. And with the rise of Sophia, the correction of Sophia being ended, we now have access to the sacred feminine like we never have before. This is the first time since August 21st that Sophia has not been manifest or been within humanity. Now she's risen to her full goddess divine self. And so now we have access to the full divinity of masculinity and femininity like never before. And we have 7 years to really leverage it. It's not 7 years of tribulation. It's 7 years of jubilation. So here's the thing, folks. One of the problems that typically happens when a spiritual shift is made is we want to take all of that anger from being bound up in 50 and 6,000 years of masculine domination. We want to swing it way over to the other side. And now we want to have female domination. It's the same silly argument about slavery in the United States of America. Yes, slavery was bad. Yes, slavery was wicked. Yes, slavery was evil. But you don't correct slavery and racism against black people by instituting new slavery and racism against white people. That doesn't work. And you don't correct uber masculinity by going to uber femininity. What you do is you seek after balance. Balance. So yes, we're way over here on the male side. The female side's over here, so the pendulum has to swing over. Boom. Like Sandra says, the key is balance. So what we want is to be in the middle of the two pillars, so to speak. We want balance. We want a happy medium, as Joe Gerhardt says. Balance and unity. Relax, y'all, as Lee Veltman says. Just got a nice message from Jenny Moonstone. 2 wrongs don't make a right. We have all been indentured serfs, which really aren't smurfs. They're not blue. Can you tell the rest of the guys out there to get with the program? Jen, how many programs have I done on Sophia Rising? How many programs have I done on restoring the sacred feminine? A lot of them. And we're going to keep doing it because it has to be done. And that's the key to our spiritual awakening as a people, to have a balance between the feminine and the masculine. But I got to tell you, folks, there's a movement out there. No, I'm not drinking urine, so don't ask. I'm actually drinking something new that somebody told me about. Pellegrino and lemon with some stevia. And it's really delicious. So anyway, there's a movement out there by and I have to say it's by some unbalanced ladies right now that are trying to take things starting to, Alfalfa had the He-Man Woman Haters Club. Well, they're starting the He-Woman Man Haters Club. And that's just not the right way to do it. That's not going to help us. It's not going to help them. It might help them feel better for a little while, but starting a He-Woman Man Hater Club is not the answer. The answer is restoring balance. The answer is being a full female, being a full male, and understanding that we are not against each other. Spartan Gaming says, besides, the men who put us in this situation are not the ones who would suffer from us taking revenge now. Wow, that is smart, Spartan Gaming. Very, very well stated. Yeah, it's Darla's Man Haters Club. We've gone from Alfalfa's He-Man Woman Haters to Darla's She-Woman Man Haters. And it's just a stupid idea. And Veltman has the right idea. He says snowflakes and sheeple and the overzealot feminists always attack him. Well, join the club, Lee. We should get T-shirts. But that's okay. And the idea is that I understand that there's been some bad juju for a long time against women and against the sacred feminine. I was part of Christianity. That's the biggest anti-sacred feminine thing in the world. No, they were not so idiotic to name it that. I said that. I'm just making it up. Every now and then I'm a little sarcastic. Just every now and then. And we have to realize that, yes, it's been wrong. And yes, it needs to change. But we don't want to go from one extreme to the other. We want to find a balance in the middle. And so many times with so much of this stuff, balance really is the key. The things that divide I hate to use the word truth movement, but you know what I'm talking about when I say it. I hate it when we have things that it's either one way or the other, and we can't find a balance. And those are the things that I try to stay away from. Veltman loves women, but the feminazis scare him. It's hitting a whole bunch of us really hard. I was able to tune in. I love sarcasm as well as men, says Max loves the mother. Amanda says she's a strong chick. She dares anyone to mess with her. She laughs a lot at herself. The bigger problem is to discuss how, and she cut off, how to deal with it. Sandra D says the Tao, the middle way. Very, very interesting. Sean says, yeah, he takes some shots too. We all have male and female within us. We need to balance within too. That's the key, Max. That is the key. It's not black. It's not white. We have to balance our own energies. And that's the key, to find balance between you of the male and female. And then you can externalize that balance and help out the planet. So I'm just wondering if it's not only silly, frustrated, vengeful-minded human females that are, and they're very much the minority. And again, this channel, 51% male listeners, 49% female listeners. I'm very proud of that. Flirting and fighting can be confusing on the internet. Wink, wink, says Lee. The bigger issue is how do each of us personally find our own balance and not worry about others' balance, just guide them and let them find their own balancing act. Right. I agree 100%. There's a lot of smart people in this room. There's a lot of smart people on this channel. There's a lot of smart people in this chat, and I do appreciate it. So the first thing is to realize, listen, I'm a dude. I need to get in touch with my feminine aspect. We should talk about how men can get in touch with their female aspect. And as a woman, we have to say, how do I get in touch with my masculine aspect? We should do a show on that. And Michael makes a interesting point. Understanding one another comes first. And may I submit to you, Michael, that the desire to understand each other comes first. So my other point is it not, I don't think it's only human females. I don't think it's only human females that are stirring up this and trying to make it go the other way. Sandra D says it's an inside job. I believe there's also unbalanced female entities. And I believe that we will see we will see an increase in unbalanced female entities. That's why when I saw this on Coast to Coast, it caught my attention. Amanda says she should have been a boy. She says she has huge something or other of an anatomy that I'm not going to say out loud. She rock climbs good. Oh my, we have some naughty people in this room, but it's fun. So be careful of rampant, aggressive, vengeful, feminine entities at this point. Be careful of female entities and be mindful of females that are trying to go bam hard against men and destroy masculinity. The way to build femininity is not to destroy masculinity. The way to build it the way it's supposed to be is for us to come together, for us to find some balance. And you know what? That might even help. I'm sorry, but anyway, for us to find a balance between ourselves, within ourselves, and between ourselves. So be aware that there is an issue. Be aware that there is a problem. Be aware that there is a difficulty. It would help, Kay, if you did. I'm telling you. Be aware that there is an issue and deal with it. Understand it. The first thing to do is to understand it. Now, the first thing to do is to recognize it, then attempt to understand it, and then move it together. Davey loves his anatomy. Oh my! And I'm done with Outlander. It's gotten really boring, by the way, Davey. I'm through with it. It's over. So, be aware of both the spiritual and the human dynamic that is wildly out of balance. Make sure to bring it into balance. You have so much jewelry on, you're already in touch with your feminine side. Yeah, I got she says I got a Caitlyn Jenner starter set. That's funny. But there's reasons. I don't know. But anyway, this is, I'm wearing a lot of red on my receptive arm now because I want to make sure I got the protection dialed in. So there you go. Anyway, I just wanted to alert you to that. Just wanted to make you aware of that. Just wanted to help you understand that. I would not go as far as nipple piercing myself. That's where I draw the line. No nipple piercing. I would not go down that line, even if it would make me feel more feminine. Not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Yai. There you go. So, female ghosts, human females, out of balance, male humans out of balance, male spirits out of balance. The idea is that we got to bring everything back into balance. Spartan says, I've been a victim, but she still loves her some men. I like it. Tongue piercings. Oh, piercings down below. No. We have taken an unforeseen detour in the discussion here today. Wow. So there you go, folks. Giggity. Lee Veltman. There's no helping some things. Some things just cannot change. All righty, folks. So there you go. That's our first program of the day. We're going to do a few more today. We're going to, Yeah, we got to do what we can. Set them up and knock them down. There you go, Jen. Jeff, I think you may have been a sorceress. I got a flash of you in a robe with a hood on and those rings. Could be. I think I might have been gypsy sorceress could have been it. That's a good one, Sandra D. I like that. Thank you. Frank, first time watching a video of mine. Thank you very much. I'm glad to have you here. I hope that you have enjoyed it, and I hope that we will see you again. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've not had a show on dreams because I'm not really big on dreams. I think dreams sometimes have as much to do with you eating too much pizza before you go to bed than any deep spiritual meaning. That's just me. Now, that being said, you can use your dreams with intention. Maybe that's what we should do, is talk about how to use your dreams. I think that we do too much. We spend too much time doing. Spartan says she sees a bluebird on my shoulder. Get that bat out of my face. That's funny. I had a beard and I got rid of that. Sandra D had a profound dream after we did some work together. I don't know if I've heard about that profound dream. April Corvin liked the beard. Thank you. So there you go. We got a lot more to go on tonight. We're going to do Gone Gods Part 2. I've got some other things that are rattling around in my mind, and we're looking forward to sharing them with you. I do read every comment, so if you want to comment, I will read it. And guess what? You can't slip anything by either because I'm going to see it. And I have to admit, sometimes my comment is to delete the comment. Sometimes my response is to delete the comment, but hey, there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I thank you, salute you for being here and seeking truth. You don't have original sin. You got the spark of divinity within. That's why you should love yourself and love your neighbors, because they have that spark too. That's why the Christ said that we can know that we're on the right track when we love each other. And with that, unindoctrinate yourself and stay fearless, my friends.